Esiva, this is LaserBolt, and you need to do this right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not a couple days from now, not next week, not when the game gets released. You need to start farming legendaries, and I'm going to tell you guys 5 reasons why you need to do this right now. So if all that sounds like something you're definitely interested in, a like would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to join our monthly giveaway. Link is down below in the pinned comment. So one of the questions I get asked every single day on stream is, why should we farm right now? I wanted to make this video to kind of clear the room and actually answer that question and give you guys 5 legitimate reasons why you should not wait till when the game gets released, and why you need to do this right now rather than later. So let's get started with the simplest one. The simplest one, of course, is because you want to minimize the amount of legendaries you're going to be getting when playing the game. If we go to our accolades, we're going to be able to see that when we go to item manager and we go to the legendaries that we have able to pick here, is we are going to be able to get a total of 46 legendary weapons. Okay. Now, in theory, that sounds like a very low number. In addition to that, if you are collecting your legendaries right now, you're going to already have 10 of them. So that's going to put you at only needing to collect 36 legendary weapons. Now you're probably wondering, well, that's easy. I'm just going to wait for the game to get released, collect the 46 weapons, boom, bada, bing, I'm done. That is not the correct number. And I'm going to tell you guys why 46, in theory, is a little bit higher than that. It's multiplicative by 2. Actually, even multiplicative by 3. I'm going to explain why. Let's go to our inventory and let's take a look at this legendary weapon called the Golem's Limb. If we take a look at this weapon, there are 2 main factors that we want to get this weapon. Not only do we want to get the weapon because it's a legendary, but we also want to get the weapon because of the mods. Remember, we want to get 2 of each weapon. So in theory, it's 46 legendaries, but you really want to get them twice. Okay, so that's crazy. So you're thinking about getting this like at least 90 plus legendary weapons because you have to get them twice. You want to get the mods and you want to get the weapon. Now, that being said, you don't want to be doing this when the game gets released. You actually want to already be getting the duplicate now, so you already have the mod, so you don't have to worry about that mod when the game gets released. Now, in addition to that, there is another caveat that you might want to be getting this weapon 3 times. And you're probably like wondering, like, Laser, you crazy? No, I'm not, boys. Listen up. So there is a thing in every loot and shooter known as a god roll. Now, god rolls are pretty much the best of the weapons, right? And the way we're going to be able to determine if this weapon is a god roll is by the attributes. The attributes are what makes the weapon a god roll weapon. Now, these attributes right here, we have armor piercing, skill life leech, and close range damage. Now, these particular attributes are interchangeable every time you get a weapon. Now, as you notice right there, my shard, which is the weapon that I'm able to increase, or the attribute that I'm able to increase, is armor piercing. Now, I have skill life leech and I have close range damage. For me personally, a god roll for this particular weapon, I would want that shard in close range damage, because I'm always going to be shooting this weapon at close range damage. So right now, armor piercing to me is not a god roll. I need that shard to be in close range damage. So theoretically, I would have to get this weapon again and make sure that that shard lands in that close range damage, or else it is not considered a god roll, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure in the opinion of the rest of the community. So if you think about it this way, every single weapon, you theoretically would have to get it 3 times. Now, do you want to be grinding these 10 weapons when the game gets released, when everybody else is going to be grinding other weapons and already be working on god rolls for those weapons and already trying to get those mods? In addition to that, pairing different mods is going to be crucial. So that's just number 1. All right, so now for number 2. Number 2 is actually pretty easy and simple to explain. A lot of you guys have come to the stream and said the following: Laser, there is no point of actually me leveling this up when the world tiers is very low chance of me actually getting the weapon. So let's look at the world tiers and talk about exactly what's going to be happening. So as you guys see right here, we have a reward for world tiers, right? So we have these rewards. So let's go ahead and claim all these rewards. You might as well claim them right now. But right now, we are only able to go to World Tier 5. Okay. So for World Tier 5, we are able to get the legendary drop rate of plus 2.5. So that pretty much is going to give us a drop rate of 1.2 probability of being able to get this weapon. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, well, when the game comes out, we're going to have all these world tiers to unlock. And it's going to be super duper easy because World Tier 6 increases that by 50%. World Tier 7 increases it by 75%, so on and so on. But let's just take a look at the World Tier 6 because this is going to be pretty much the next level everybody's going to be moving into as soon as the game gets released. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are going to be edged out. Now, the thing that no one is thinking or taking into consideration, or you probably are, is the fact that every time you go up in a world tier, yes, you will be getting more legendaries at a more higher clip rate because of the drop rate. But remember, the drop rate doesn't really go up that much. I mean, here we're talking about World Tier 6, it's only going to go to 1.5. Okay, so World Tier 7, it's going to go to 1.7. And then World Tier 8, it's when things get a little bit more interesting because that drop rate goes from 1% to 2%, right? And then we're going into 2.2%, yada, yada, yada. So World Tier 8 would be the one that everybody's kind of gunning for because that means that you're going to be getting a higher chance, which is 2% chance of getting that weapon to drop for you. Now, let's put it into kind of context. Right now, you're level 7, and your level 7 is doing really good damage against killing the Terra Captain, farming any other weapon. Are there any other, side mission you're farming, the payback mission? That's because the ads are only level 9. You're level 7, they're level 9. You're having a cakewalk with it, right? And some of you guys have optimal builds, and it's like super duper easy. I could clear this in 45 seconds. I could clear this in 15 seconds, yada, yada, yada. Now, once you get to World Tier 8, all of that is going to change because once you get to World Tier 8, the enemies are not going to be level 9. Their enemies are not going to be level 9. The enemies are going to be 5 points higher than that. That means they're going to be level 12. Now, think about it this way. From World Tier 5 right now, how long did it take you to get all your armor to level 9? Let's say it took you 5 hours. Do you think that would be a really good number to put, or maybe less? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's say it took you 5 hours to get to, world tier 10 and get all the loot. So that means weapons, that means armor, to level 8. And that is giving you guys like really good luck when it comes to loot. So when you get to World Tier 8, you're not going to have optimal gear. So not having optimal gear means that you're going to be taking longer to actually complete missions and to farm stuff because your gear is not going to be optimal. That's why it's extremely important that you get your gear optimal right now, which leads me to point number 3. Things are going to be harder when you guys scale up in tier. 100% going to be harder. You want to make sure that when you progress with that harder difficulty, your armor, your gear, your build is already suitable to contest with higher level content. Because if it is not able to contest with higher level content, you're going to be spending more time farming, trying to get your gear optimal to be able to play the higher tier grind. And you do not want to be doing that when the game gets released. Everybody's going to be playing like World Tier 8, World Tier 9 content. You're going to be stuck in World Tier 6. And you do not want to be that one guy that everybody's like, oh my goodness, I'm in World Tier 10. Let's go do this. This is difficult. Come on, we need a group. And you're like, bro, I don't have the gear. I don't have the item. I'm only World Tier 6. I should have listened to Laser and actually grinded this game when the demo was out. So guys, you want to make sure your builds are optimal when the game gets released because you do not want to be that one dude that's outside or girl that no one's playing with because he or she is not optimal to be able to play the higher end gear. So you want to make sure that you're concentrating on multiple things when you're playing the demo. Number 1, you want to make sure you're concentrating on getting multiple legendaries of the same one. Get the god roll, get the mods. Number 2, you want to make sure you're optimizing your build so when your time comes, you do not have to be moving items around. Now remember, optimizing your build means that your gear has to be level 9, the highest level it could possibly be, like a 207 in armor. And your weapons need to be high too, like in the 300s, because you do not want to go in there with firepower of 300 and less and get smacked around and be like, yo, be that one guy that keeps dying over and over and over and over again. So now that you guys know the 5 reasons why you should be grinding this game right now, and I could actually include even more than 5 reasons. I just don't want to overwhelm you and like overextend this video. Is you guys need to play the demo right now. I know the grind is real. I know the legendaries aren't dropping as often as they were with the chest farm. Trust me when I tell you guys, you do not want to be doing this content, grinding right now, farming, when the game gets released, when everybody's going to be doing high level your content and getting really cool legendaries. You guys do not want to be doing that. Remember, that's just talking about the weapons. We have legendary armor that we need to grind for and obtain. As of right now, we don't know if those are only going to be coming through expeditions, or they're going to be coming through certain bosses that we have to kill. If those bosses are in world tier higher, we're going to be screwed. We're going to be screwed because you're not playing the demo and you're not grinding out. So you definitely want to make sure you're grinding out. So what are the 5 reasons? Number 1, you want to reduce the drop rate of the legendaries. So if you already have 10, you want to make sure those 10 you're working to either get duplicates or get mods. You're not working to actually just get the gun. Number 2, you want to make sure you're collecting all the mods for all 10 legendary weapons. If you do not have all 10 legendary weapons and you haven't dismantled them and still have the legendary weapons, you're going to want to make sure you get the mods, because you're going to want to make sure you have that for either an epic gun that you pick up that's actually really dope, but it's missing that special mod. You already have it. You're ready set to go. Number 3, I should say, you want to make sure you're getting god rolls. God rolls are going to be extremely important. Pay attention to those attributes. When you're getting duplicates, keep the one with the god roll. I'll probably have a video kind of going on what's considered a god roll for each weapon. If you guys would like to see that video, let me know in the comment section down below. We'll be more than happy to put that together for you guys. Number 4, the higher the world tier goes, the more difficult it's gonna be for you to actually complete that. So you want to make sure you're optimized as much as possible to be able to do that content. That means level 200 plus armor, 300 plus weapons. That's including your pistol. If you guys would like to see a farm where you can guarantee a pistol drop, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to put that video out for you guys. In addition to that, last but not least, number 5 is you want to make sure, guys, that your build is optimal for when the game gets released, because you do not want to be looking for optimal gear when you're having to do World Tier 6. Remember, once the game comes out, everybody's going to be World Tier 6. So the grind is going to be trying to get the World Tier as high as you can, trying to be able to complete that content. You get stuck at a World Tier, then you have to start farming for better gear, better weapons, so you could progress through that World Tier. So you do not want to be stuck in the World Tier 6 trying to get your way up when everybody's going to be in World Tier 10. Overall, in general, those are the main reasons why I think everybody needs to do this right now, not later, not tomorrow, not when the game comes out, but right now. I do hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage. If you are, guys, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a like, drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you guys won't miss when our Outriders videos go live. Also, big shout out to everybody that's shown up to the stream. You guys are extremely amazing. Thank you for the support. Check out the other 2 videos that are popping up right now on the screen. Very helpful, very informative. And if you guys want to make sure you have the best Outrider content, make sure you guys keep it locked here, and I will catch you guys on the next video.